free ham. Ya wakana mra ya tintimo no. Afe apem ahenkron eni aduosia. 1960 Act 30. Ya criminal code no. Ya no Ghana emra. Ya hyese ye betumi aboa se de be ya bonefosem. Ye be kɔ ho ne ya hyese bonefosem kura wadie no. Se bo wo awo court wo se atwe waso. Ana prosi ni chew na wo se ye di tu anamo ho ne ye kɔ. Ne yakɔ akɔhye se edie na asie na ye betumi ahwɛ den wɔ hɔ. Ne yetumi ahwɛ na asotwe wɔ hɔ ne ye de ama wo. Sa mra na ye tintimo no ene na nwumre yi. Enjo kase ye bisa se entiase a Ghana fo ye wo. Ana temamufo ye wo e wo sa mra no ho no ene sen. Eno achi kura no se prosi ni achi wo se bia wo ye bibi ana se osusu se wo ye bibi na wachi wo de ko procession no. Mra e wo hɔ no sen na kyerɛ wo fa ahodie. O fa ahodie wo mra mu no ene sen. Eno ena nwumre yi ye betena se ne di ho nkomo kakra na ye hwɛ se nsa be company fo na ye tumi ebo ho enkomo kakra. Ye nim se prosi ni kyerɛ obi na ebi ya nipa no se bi odifo se woni fo court nko a na betumi akyerɛ se nipa no bone no a ye bɔ no so kwa adu ana ya kye no wo so pɛɛ no odi ho fo na woni ho fo no court na betumi akyerɛ na ansa na ye ni bedu court no prosi be kye no na kwa prosi fo kokumu ansa na ye wasɛm bi a ye ane yaka ene esini mu kura ye hunu bi was say remain silent. Everything you say here shall be held against you in the court of law. Na cha say ye kwa mranim enti asɛm bi a begina ha aka so did the press ni atam wo ka asɛm bia ye du court ni ebo nkura ye bɛbɔ de atia wo am wo hunu sɛ asɛm no abɔ ye wo sɛ ye de ho asɛm ma wo ɛno achi no ɛhin na wo frɛ mehu ID card wo a ye ya kyere wo no press ni si ababa se kɔ ne ye butu Ghana kra de ye kyewa ɛsɛ asɛm no di ho fo sɛ woni ho fo ye timi butu wo nkonsa wo to kam sɛ bɛ se ye nkɔ wan hwɛ ye na se o wo bisa se o na mo a mo bɛkye me mo firi he o wan hwɛ asutro bɛkɔ wam no adi ba ko wa suma so mbofata you eno achi na wo firi he kra na abisa wo ahimu asutre na abisa sa wo ID card wen Ghana ha wo se prosini e kire obi am obisa se wo ye prosini ampa station be na awo wo hye uniform de mahu na wo card kire se wo ID card ni aye prosini no e wo he no wo se prosini chi obi am obisa ma prosini ayi a kire ne da wo bisa mpoda na ni nyina ye niema ewo mra ni mu a ewo setimamuni a wono no prosini che no no ewo se otimi ye na boa ma wono so ne fa ahodie no no emra no bɔ ne ho ban wo ho se otimi bisa na no ne yakwa akodi nkomo kakra ansa ne yebedi enkomo no yenkwankwa hwe enipa bi a sabi mpradua so mo ye Ghana fo bi a ya kyere wo mo bie ama sa de kyere no si kɔ ye no sabi nyina ye pese ehunu bie ne ehu se prosini ene timamuni a sabi o se prosini ne ya nadamfo sa na mra ne te ya kyese wono bɔ ne nkwa ho ban ene agapade ho ban no sadi asi nkitahodi a timamufo ne bi ne prosifo ne bi anya wo bra e bia bibi asie na prosifo kɔ akɔkyere enipa no ya kyere kakra agu ahmaso yenkɔhwɛ bi mra ne monkomo
possibly be no omu gina wo pɛ first no be so betu no I say park like on show ne wa hu say police ne owu ni mutim sa ne hwe and I mean say me delivery police show kana wo license wo road work show we are ready ka but waste two time ma gina wo sa ayi show ka wo say ko I say you stop we am answer wanya ni sa so be gina wo atie na most local people kara my Canada nti me nimse ne atie police show one you go 20 cedi be give you no kana no ka say 5 cedi 60 cedi say na nya wo nje hia mo apa
Madina police for back family. Say me mami bi anya katakasa. Amekwa mami ne timi dan bi. Na me report to Madina police. Me ye ya ne nkosi hwe. Ampa so me hu say mami ko nyina. Na omu ntua na mo bia. Etimi ka kira wo say so mo ntua na mo a me de mrada hye me nsam. Because me nti aban asase so ene nye obi asase. Me tia almost about 38 good years. Ene obi dia be see. Ome high tension and on the high tension the far and down so I buy them in can was because almost a woman up when you told the kiosk I buy no be a can was no me a pack of 4 pence high tension family dance me no money no mouth did not catch our comment down need you say my men to me massas what a high tension na say a high tension and answer say a main road one no plan yet any at one no wait table so na we tebusu a won't be finding Cosi or be any one of the corner kind. As Muslim send me a massage. It's a mammy a before. Why your mom got Tarmudana. Mammy call her pot some of them. One more coin, me man could see you 100 years you want a police for bad. Nam catch her on some woman, Nam so monko. Nam in Sakura could be near me immediately do Yamaba. Police in any catcher and say, and young woman now, almost a mini a stubborn, young family. It's no more young on sending call. Police, you know, a whole room or her. Baby, I'm moving interview. Hey, and a police, you know, a be a gate. No man police for the buy. It's more Cassandra Kufa, but you bomb us. No, I couldn't be true. A bombing to on the side. It's in Badina Hanmo annual, a mouthful. Julius, and Crawford become police for the room. Now, me make us a Madina police for the new Munina and a Tessa because it be a genuine. And must see you. And watching police will be a sham upon to say as someone of one meeting. And Fakun, and you do your own to income was it. It's in a Hanmo annual day. Do one Madina police near a friend of Mafu and a Mareko annual. And no so to in Abamide. It be percent yes in there who your mouth from the brow to our wobble. Mobile moon among who she and you are too far them. Sometimes police chiwa or be to me by as police or share uniform. Now about the 2 so watch you for no reason. Who person be son say then why ya watch you or because you don't have the right to ask him a lot of questions. But me now me think say Sanka police chiwa so be son ni warating. I need the NT or the archu. Maybe we'll lance is an hour red light. They had the interest. And I mean, my experience is my cover be a neighbor and a joke. I dare some 2 more minutes down before. Police need to meet a cheer. Edgy motors need enough and sing. As a person unlocking. Is that right? Say police need yes, I brought me offended. And then also no. Is that right, sir? Who chew moto na dear son? Police no na me feel say omuna so mun boy on kwan. Nti by that later one na me na mpra. Eh san kan ni mremu no. Onu mbo me ho ba na me kodu asundin. But on Jimmy car na me use as me bike and season san ka say oba be chimi abra me nyan like on nya exhibit bia o me. Is that right?
Elsha for way a Ghana for binuma and your pressy for be a bump in Buddha. Sa sembia siena pressy abba. Say here wo police station and I be fana chrono. Said your woman kita who dear no etienne no. Say you drew we last one you cried was say, will be some consider be bessie and cody you drew ube hunu bonia wa ye. Na emrano so ho ye was say ye huno. And unti yankwa masona ye name. Penny bako ya ye kan wa ben bambo mu nsem mo press fo nsem ene se de bambo fo ne omanfo edin kita ho na wo ye adwuma bomu no wa ben wo mu pa security analyst Sania Deb e wa maso a ye ne no enkoto ankomoboyin so obani uti yanka angel kase asuni majoe
ye ne
ya da senso no bre pa na ja minim sasa audio ya ye boy ye bite uti bin kakrakra e wanse ho Ghana fo bi no mo uti ase de papa ba akokra de wo se police fo ne ba be kire no na wo bi sa asam kwa se ko no tum na wo ya tese so ye stubborn pa be se ye nko enti minim se na so ye stubborn ye timi chi o sa kekese de wo ko de ane ye nka se ye da a police fo top de se ye bia ye be hura police fo ne mo ye pese o manfo ehunu se de emra no womo fa ahudie wo mranim ene de brani fra no right si a womo wo se obi sia kosa bi wa bra press ni bi abase bi a yehia e wo police station yemisa sem ebrebe ne bedura ye beka se ebi a press ni a wo ba be kire timamuni ebi a wo se wa ye boni bie na wo ba be fa no ede no akono sebi empredua se bi e beka se nipa no o defy arrest guide no say be a niema mra bata said the person be chi nipa no ho no esu ni ba ben na nipa ne beda na di amra ne be kire so we di asa de person ni bu mra so ana nipa ye chi no so e bu mra so
You mean I say, Uko America or more friend or Miranda rights. Before police chinipa or Becca Assembitra say who are right say unkasa. Because the Bia Ubeka or Mobetmia Yuzu against you in the court of law. And who are right to lawyer any ID. But Ghana Ghanaians are very or more rights. And in some cases, or more to me, Bible for to me, abuse, in some cases, Ube here say, Ube kita arrest warrant. And Adiba Kuna Omwanka, Obe introduce police, or no, be introducing Humau. Then tell you why you are being arrested in a language so Oba Micha Uka tree now so minti tree miti dagani and miti area still wouldn't quite say Ubechime because you would need to speak in a language miti asie. Okay, so guidelines where the ebeboa, however, very useless without public education because Ghanaians say they are protected by these laws. So you're complementing with public education, especially in local languages, because there's been many cases of unprofessional conduct. Oh, me bet you. I don't have to explain anything. In fact, we were cases in the past about 2-3 years ago. Was taken by persons purporting to be police officers. Our family house around 3 a.m. And the next minute, okay, so these laws should be protected. I mean, these rights should be protected, and because there was the tendency of criminals taking advantage and behaving to say, we are by force to engage in all sorts of criminality.
And they have seen a kidnapping because you can't buy and was here waha and carry a dear band dear bay, Ubedin a chia will be corner. Now on your police and cassa, but say ye nimo emrano any rights are ye one. A boama yet me be some questions to be me only said there be questions now me be son, nipping to me yan on tia bia on your police in Yankasa.
Yes, exactly. We were case bisa some 3 years ago. Ebimu omuko obifie somewhere I think around 2 a.m. No mu see omu police for no mu kita pick up be. No, bisa omufi infa. Where are you from? Because I'm not supposed to open my gates to you. Later or realize it say no omu armed robbers omu police for. The same with Asema Amika Sesiano. Such case still. It has not been resolved. Family no omuba miche omusi ebimu omuba honum no claiming to be police officers and omubisa omumufi which police station omusi we are not obliged to say it. The next minute omunya call say omu akwadano I think he was about in his 20s or the mortuary. Okay, so we have the right to ask these questions. Unfortunately, Ghana, almost we are stubborn. And that is when you are frustrated. But I think it is important, say, you be challenging authority once the two things are inconsistent with the law. At the same time, also, public education, I think, very, very critical.
Menim sabre bi abesen ko na empanifo hyase se wo mo police hyase se em say Dr. George Akufudampare ebreso se wo mo de yi cameras ebobobobo miamia hudo bi Ghana ha boni bi koso a yebetimi ehunu se wo hwe yi ba bi te se o man bi te se America system a wo mo wo door cameras ya sete ewo obia door no ne pona no nipa no se obi begina hokra na wafre wo so ye hwan obebisa wo ewo edan ni mu se wo ye hwan wo hwehwe hwan wo ye hwan wo camera ni mu no no atimi hunu nipa ban a wo ye se wo gina ho se de wa hwehwe wo ho atade a wahye ene asem a wo ka no nti otimi ehunu se asem a wo ka ye no kra na enya no kre Emma otimi reject say mame show card you card mame hwe sampasa wo free baby a wo kasa wo free eba no a yen hwe your system me wo ha say ye nu sa abre no because yenim say most of us are sabe yenya sika kakra no wo ma wo sika kakra no timi to CCTV e de bobo cameras ni bi bobo wo mu fie de monitor sa ne ma ni nyina enti wo kra wo si a wo ba ni nyina no wo hu nipa ban a oba enhyehyɛ ye no baby a ye duru no sa system no as aban yentimi nye bi said ye be ya ebema yen omanfo no aye safe kakra.
Well, abai omu yebi. So okay, you go to major streets. Ewa Accra, ube hunsa CCTV cameras, you know.
Yes.
However, CCTV cameras and to me cover BPR all the time. So I say because who compound house do you expect say buying a CCTV to cover your compound house? You see the problem is me turn security systems, okay? And generally Ghanaians pepper when it comes to your security systems. You better until BBC and start na yebisa himfa na ebe camera no be, but if we can, you know, cameras will be very, very cheap. Yeah, install it to me boa, and it's not all about obi bonia before ube play back. With the fact that camera no hot minia is enough to disincentivize, to demotivate anyone from perpetrating a crime, because someone say hey camera anti miya or mubechimi anti na mostly or install cameras or trust CCTV in operation here to send a clear signal to Nipa Boni Fono. Oh yeah, yebe chew. So I just say. So you're investing in camera technology, at the very community, at the very individual level. More gated community, at least you can come together, contribute, and install these systems. Because trust me, to the extent say me need camera just or me fee and I'm office, even me car, me was CCTV system. Because meaning how important it is, and even complementing the work of other security services to say Ghana Police Service, because meaning criminal cases are police or muye in that required say or mobile use CCTV footage installed by private citizens because to me
okay, enti yan show ha say mechanism ben na ye betumi I employ said ye be ya police officers are omuso nim protocols are ye de chi nipa na omuni so na eye do before complain I say by force ye here aban aba ne de wo so obese ne ko aban no otwe abo so ye atwi bi buru bi nyina abo nipa bi asom sa wo masegu ho to wo mo twene ka mu ni ade just because ebi omo fili so ana omo hu se bia bibia si a o suspect ebi kura be kom be ba no nipa no innocent onim ho twe na ya say jai no dia mechanism na ye betimi dia check ehu misconduct eniema police for ekwochi obi a omo ya emfa kwam na yetimi amasa police ni na accountable wo bu ho akonta so twe a ya twe no na ehu se police ni yiwe wo koye sei wa bra wo chi obi na yetimi atwe na so dia na ye betimi dia hu sa ade no se camera si yaja Ghana for say yen ya ehia yen no ye do so bebre chesikafo na betimi afford sa security gadgets na wo ka no dia na ye betimi afa so ebehu sa na ma we ama police for ni be accountable.
Okay, one of the most important ways to adopt the use of body cams. We call other jurisdictions to say America, Memu, England, any other, almost use the body cameras. Police beer or duty, you have to put it, you have to activate it. When you say over office, then they ask where's the footage. No, see, me really female. So that day, no, see disciplinary hearing. Okay, there was a system in place. Because it's a pure case of who watches the watchman. Okay. Secondly, I think public education and also very critical. Police need to stop you have the right to ask questions. Okay. And say we are stubborn, all right. And say we are too known, and you are not cooperating with the officer. Who are crying say, we can try and say, okay, I want to call my lawyer. Okay, Ibimu Bibri or Munim said they have the right to counsel. All right, a bit more brave date or say you cannot be held beyond 72 hours. So public education, no, and so and the final bit and then accountability. I think last week meeting be with diplomatic community, move free Europe and other parts of the world. Now, we were talking about how to improve policing and security, sector reforms and I was categorical. Me see one of the ways you bet me improve the security sector and accountability. Obi ya bonia, whether or a civilian, whether or by bonia. The law should catch up, okay? But you protect boys, in the spirit of commandari, you don't want your own to be held to account any other. You create more problems than solutions, okay? So you ensure it's accountability war, after you professional standards bureau, BBSA, Ghana Police Service. So police need your bonia, obey to me a report, manu. Worst case scenario, obey to me a coshrach any idea. But I think, sir, going forward, we need an independent police complaints commission. Able to me a look because any police there you interacting almost on daily basis. So I say at least to ensure accountability to whom then people get to understand their rights as well.
Okay. Fancy Uncle we no Yagusu a boss and saying ye na ye who say kidnapping kwaso Ghana ha yetimichi obi kra Ghana near nedu Nigeria near dear Sanya maniama we nyina say citizens no yetimi bisa ko sans bi wahu e nipa na wo ba say Besianko police station no a ebetimi a prevent citizenry no every Sanya maniama bebre we nyina ho enti nkoma no ye nwie ye beto aso da achi bi why you that's pa you rasani
with us.
For the Nika you are being or bamboo. Said you can Osaka can honocran where you be ye can security gadgets near Honia Maniama. Why being where Honsum Yacha said Nina Kahubi, ya warrior who Juma, only no cry a dinkita who a beboa pa. And I say, Yanene Casa Efa Ghana said yet Memufoni press for Enkita who dear at sea. Titsoni say BBS near Befra say, pressing near Bassay, see here with police station tea. BBS ye nim so di ho fa na wudi bem na BBS ye hia wo so beba no edru ba bia aya besen ye nko ene nchirechire mu a timamuni ni hia fi prosini ne ho ansa na wakọ no e ho kakra bia so mbotimi su yetimi ne ebe kakra o peu na su na yi na fe o misahwe me misahwe yese besen ne de besen ho nkomo na egusu a ye die no ebrepemu ye besa ne lawyer pani bi nso akasa e wasem ho sanse aya asem a besen se wie ma wo se nyina ye di ho nkomo Ghana fo wo ye kan se fa hodie emra no criminal code no bo Ghana fo ho ban titiro de ye beche no no se niema bi wo ho a e wo so bisa every person in ho e ho nkomo ene ye die no ye to aso na lawyer ne ba ne na ato nkomo no so amako anime